Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Oh, well, welcome to Uneducated Guesses, peeps.
Hola, peeps. I'm so white that I'm like almost blinding in the camera. I'm like a sun. We sit so far away. Like we could.
You're blocking your face.
Oh,
Down.
it's Taylen, by the way.
Justin.
Down.
Huh?
Mic down.
Mike down.
Mine kind of blends in with my
Oh,
beard.
and Carly's over here too. Carly wants to say hi.
Hi.
Actually, that sounded pretty good.
We should get you a mic.
That's the loudest.
Well,
I've
that's.
ever been on
Like I said, I'm gonna get another mic.
Here, there you go.
What?
I just want to hear it.
Hi.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good with a female voice.
Yeah.
Talking in a normal voice and not
It's
screaming.
not much of a bass.
I understand what you mean, though. Unless,
Sit down.
what, you don't think the people want to see this the whole time? Oh, yeah. So how's it going, Justin?
It's going pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
We got hit with a hell of a snowstorm last night.
I mean, what do you think we got? I didn't actually look. Like 4 or 5 inches. Or do you think we actually got the 6 inches that it said we were gonna get?
Maybe.
If I had to guess,
I didn't go out and measure. You know.
yeah, I don't have the measuring tape or. Anyway, I think measuring based off of my deck, it seemed like we got like,
Deck. You said deck.
Yes, based
Your
off
what?
my deck, my DECK.
ECK.
It looked like maybe 4 to 5 inches though.
45.
45 inches.
That would be kind of crazy.
We wouldn't be probably doing this.
No.
Nope. The story.
I'd have to solo it just like, yep. Hi, guys. I'm Justin. Not usually alone in front of the camera.
That would be weird.
You can just call me. All you hear is,
Time.
huh? Yeah, FaceTime.
Could do that. You guys have a laptop?
Yeah, but the
camera
quality is probably
sucks.
going to be horrendous.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. If we ever get sick and we have to not be in the area, maybe we'll try it out one day.
It's
Maybe
not a
that
bad
could.
idea.
We still want to do like at least I want to do a podcast on the road one day.
We'd have to figure it out, but I think it could be done.
I feel like it wouldn't be hard
It'd have
though.
to be a shorter one unless we get like an actual camera that can record for a long period of time.
What's the most your camera can record?
30 minutes.
30. And is that based on the battery?
No, it's just the camera itself. It's a mirrorless camera, so it can overheat.
Oh,
That's why it doesn't record for a long time. Now there's the Sony ZV something
Mhm.
that can record for like 8 hours or something. Like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Something crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to figure out. Eventually, that'd be like a down the road thing, but I think it would be cool to do stuff on location. I'm not gonna lie. I highly doubt you're into this, but like I've been seeing a lot of like those like ghost hunting videos of people going out and like doing shit. I'm like, that just seems so much fun, and not even based on the whole ghost hunting thing. It's just like actually going out and doing shit.
You know, I think it would be funny doing something like the Grand Canyon came up to my mind. We just take a fold out table, put like a table cover on it so you can see like the wind flapping and shit. And
Play beer pong?
Maybe we're like holding our head or something if it's really really windy out.
Mm-hmm.
And just doing that would be kind of, I feel like that'd be kind of funny. Like, here we are out in the Grand Canyon for today's episode of the podcast.
So how are you doing today?
It's pretty good. First time being here.
What?
I think that would be kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I think it would be kind of like try to do maybe like the whole Pat McAfee thing, like what he did for shows in college. Just go to that location and do a cast for the day.
Mhm.
We'd also have to try to do it in areas where we wouldn't get arrested, but I mean, it would make content.
Would we get arrested?
There's certain like if we were to do it on like a college campus, I know that people tend
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
people tend to freak out about shit like that for some reason. I feel like some
Maybe we can't do it in a bank or something.
yeah, or like I don't know, like a daycare.
I feel like if I burp, it's gonna be just gross.
Do it.
No,
do it like this.
I let out like a little tiny one.
Like burp
You
over
know,
here.
like your stomach bubbles a little bit.
Dude.
I did that. I was like, that's what made me think about it.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning? I had a hell of a breakfast. I want to see what you had though.
I had eggs with ham, chopped up ham,
Mm-hmm.
chili on top.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
sounds pretty good.
We had
Homemade chili?
Yeah, we had chili
Yes.
yesterday.
That sounds
I
good.
saw that on Facebook.
That sounds amazing, actually.
We have
You
plenty.
Huh?
want chili?
I mean, it's an idea, but you know,
have to go to the store.
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody else thinks the world's ending right now, so maybe there won't be as many people at the store. But for breakfast last night, we had some steak. I had some like stew meat steak, and I was making that and made some potatoes, and it was really good. For some reason, I chopped the potatoes up very, 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 very small.
Yeah.
Like,
Very small.
like
I don't like big pieces of tomatoes. So I'd be okay with it.
potato.
Potato?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you have?
I chopped up
stew?
potato, and I had like the stew meat.
It's beef stew meat.
Yeah, that's what it
Beef
is.
stew meat.
If you look at the package, it says beef for stew.
It's just chopped up beef.
It's a steak that's cut into
Cute.
pieces. Anyway, so I made that.
You
I
know,
made that last night, and this morning I had the exact same thing, but instead I put a little bit of cheese on top.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
A little hot sauce,
Eggs.
and I put eggs in the potatoes too to give it more of like a hash brown with egg feel.
You made it breakfasty.
It was so much good.
So much good.
So much good stuff.
So much good stuff.
Egg, cheese, taters, meat, and hot sauce. That's all you need.
And a bagel.
That does sound
I did have a bagel with it too. I was trying to do the whole sandwich thing. Kind of forgot there's a hole in the bagel. Did not work out as well.
Yeah, it happens.
You know what I have?
Guess what Carly had? What'd you have, Carly?
I had 2 muffins.
And
what?
what were you cutting up this morning?
Oh, pineapple.
She went the healthy route.
Yeah, I bought a pineapple the other day when it was like pretty green, but today Carly has this thing which I completely agree with, that like we try to wait until this pineapple looks like it's gonna rot, and that's when we start cutting it up.
No.
It's true.
You wait till it's right.
Rotten. Well, that's what you said too.
I might have waited a little bit too long.
Either way, that pineapple was like. Do you like pineapple at all?
Nah.
I mean, it was so
The
juicy.
flavor is good.
Have
Mhm.
you had fresh pineapple?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
It's so good.
I mean, like,
It's sweet. It's not
Just like cutting it
sour.
open and eat it like a watermelon or something.
no, you gotta cut like all the sharp stuff on the outside off, and then like the core of it, like where I guess if like it was an well, it's kind of like watermelon. You know how like the
What?
shut up. You know,
You just said no.
never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So like if this was a watermelon, like this, not the
Remember,
center.
You have to talk into it to sound good.
I know. But I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like,
Because you-
not the center of it, but not the outer part. Like, that portion in the middle is like the
It's a
most juicy.
core.
Yeah, but the center part is like the crunchy part, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So that's
So what are you getting at?
so not the center of it, not the outer, but the stuff in the middle.
Core, the actual fruit,
Mhm.
and then the shell.
Yeah.
So the fruit part.
The part you eat was good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Uneducated.
Interesting how that works. The part that you're supposed to eat on a fruit is good, and the other stuff is not.
Welcome to Uneducated Guesses, buds,
Yeah, it's part
Buds
of
and
the reason
peeps.
the name.
buds and peeps. So, question for the day for the 10 people that actually are subscribed to us right now.
I didn't know about this. So what is it?
Well, it's something simple. I was thinking that we can at least do like a question of the day or something like that.
Right.
So we can actually get people commenting on our videos and actually be interactive. And if they actually want to say something about it, then they can.
Comments?
Huh?
Have you gotten any comments?
I don't.
No.
Besides Danielle on one,
Did she?
she doesn't count.
I should start commenting.
No, but question of the day, how did you guys feel like the whole Snowmageddon went? Personally, I didn't think it was as bad as everybody was making it out to
No,
be.
it's definitely not that bad.
Like, the roads are fine now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't going to go to Ann Arbor.
no. And yeah, okay. So, yeah. Or,
Driving home was rough, but
yeah, getting home last night was interesting because it
Right.
started hitting right when we were getting out of work, and that wasn't as bad. Or it really wasn't that bad. I took the back roads because, like, when I left work, like, the whole highway was, like, stopped. I was not going to wait for it, so I took the back roads, and obviously it was pretty wet.
Yeah, I just took Cooper all the way home. So
that's
I was like, yeah, I'm not going on the highway. I figured Cooper would be like one of the next best
Mhm.
blown roads. So
Yeah, and I just went at a decent speed. And yeah, it was fine. I mean, it did take me an extra bit to get home, but it wasn't as bad as I was hoping. Or, you know what I meant. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
yeah, it probably took me between 5 and 10 minutes extra than what it
Mhm.
usually does.
mine doubled.
Well, yeah. Carly doesn't
But
have...
I didn't leave till like 7. Well,
Yeah.
Well, your car is front wheel drive, right?
Mhm.
That's not as bad as rear wheel drive. I mean, mine's front wheel drive, so.
Yeah, yours
So
is
is
probably
yours.
light.
Yeah, mine is light. So the problem is like, so on Cooper you have the 2 roundabouts going over the highway.
Yeah.
Well, the second one went through the first one. I wasn't going fast or anything, but it was definitely a little bit slicker right there. And I started to go like toward the curb. Luckily I didn't hit it, of course, but yeah, it's a lightweight car, so that's the issue with it.
That's how Carly probably felt when she drove her Honda. She drove a 99 Civic for a bit.
It was 04.
Oh, I thought it was 90. No, Sean drove a 99.
Yeah.
And you drove an 04. They look the exact same. But anyway, yours was, your car wasn't heavy at all. I feel like I could
Those are
probably
pretty
lift.
lightweight cars, yeah.
Yeah, I could probably lift it up.
No.
I could try.
You could try, yeah.
I'm going to get hernia.
We could all try.
Should we do that?
Lift a car? No.
Why?
Hernia, you just said.
Hernia doesn't sound fun.
It's probably not as fun, but, it's not the worst idea.
It sounds like a pretty bad idea.
Hernia, cancer. What would you rather have?
Gonna die either way. Die of pain.
That's what I found out yesterday.
What did you find out yesterday?
So,
Here, talking to them.
I'm just not gonna get in the frame. What was I saying?
You found out something yesterday.
Oh, so my educator at work, is it too? I don't know. I can't hear myself.
That's fine. Right there is good.
Okay. He said the stuff that we use to clean before doing an IV causes cancer, but we still use it. So on babies, we use alcohol, but on adults, I guess it doesn't matter. We want to give them cancer. I don't really know.
Well, it's, there's certain industries out there.
Do you need this?
There's certain
take
industries
it
out
back.
there. Oh, I didn't know if she was done talking. There's certain industries out there that I feel like, mechanics have a job because they're out there trying to help you fix your broken car. It's the same thing with hospitals. How are they going to stay open if everybody's not sick?
No. No.
Eh.
I think people are gonna.
I guess you
get sick
could-
either way.
You could combat that with like other countries that don't have the same medical, issues that we do.
Mhm.
And they're still open and stuff. So I mean, it's tough.
Well, yeah, there's also jails in certain countries that don't have crime. They're just there just in case.
Fair. I guess you would have to look at the numbers.
But the U.S. is the 3rd most populous country, I think. So, yeah, we have a lot more people to worry about, I guess. I think China's first or India's first.
China number 1.
I
And then
don't think
India.
China's number 1.
All right. Well,
I think, okay, look up top 10 most populated countries. I'm going to guess. It's going to be the USA, China,
USA.
India,
Sorry, guys.
Indonesia, Brazil, and I'm going to throw an African country out there. So let's go with Nigeria. I'm going to go with that. I don't know what the other ones could be.
Shit.
Oh, that's the U.S. Census.
Oh, I couldn't read it. So U.S. is at 335 million, almost 336. It's nice of it to. God damn.
There you go.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta fucking zoom in again.
Can you read that?
No, but he's going to zoom in on it. So I was right. India is the most populated country in the world.
Not by much.
Never
Look, I was actually pretty close on everything.
It's only by what, 3 million?
So the top 10, Mexico with 128 million, Russia with 144, Bangladesh. I don't know if you know about Bangladesh, but it is not a very big country. So the fact that there's 172 million people in that country.
Well, look at this for a second. The net change. Everything is in the positive except for China
in Japan.
Yeah. Man, they must be eating each other or something.
No, it's the whole situation with the one-child policy. Remember back in the day when...
I thought they took that away.
Well, they're starting to really realize that that's kind of hitting.
Yeah, but it's in the negative. They're just killing babies.
That's what they were doing. It's crazy. And now China's realizing that their population is getting way older, and they're like, well, shit, we gotta Gotta figure out how to get these babies. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure there's a law putting in state that, like, I think China's trying to get a minimum of 3 kids per parent.
Oh, this is loose and it's. Hold on to the top of this.
Technical difficulties. Sorry.
There you go. Hold on to that. It's you can hear the rattle. Okay, that's better.
Look, I can turn it.
Okay, let's not do that. You can hear the issues that it causes when you move things.
I know. I'm so glad these headphones are actually a thing now because, like, I feel like we are way worse when they're not. And then, like, when I hear
Because we
playback,
can't hear it.
and then when I hear playback, it's just so bad. Like the from the table is probably
Still
like,
hear that.
oh yeah, and then the
Still hear that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure that Mike or you on the last podcast, like, one of you two just went, and it was like loud.
Yeah, probably.
By the way, the audio has been sounding way better. I actually feel like I don't have to turn my volume all the way up to actually hear us now.
Well, yeah. If it, I don't know when I'm going through when I was editing the last one, it seemed like we were really like banging the limiter, you know, like on your car,
Yeah,
the rev limiter.
Mm-hmm.
It really seemed like we were, hitting the limiter on that.
Right.
I can't remember what it's called on it, but hitting decibels.
Hitting the max amount of decibels.
Yeah, but it's good that it sounded better.
Oh, it
I
sounded
meant to listen to it, but then I was just listening to books. So
You're listening to books?
Audible, yeah. Game of Thrones books.
Justin can't read. What books are you listening to?
Game of Thrones books.
Oh, okay.
They're actually really damn good.
Are they as good as the show
Yes.
or better?
Yeah, they're probably a little bit better, but what's making it better is I saw the show first, so I can visualize what the characters look like and stuff.
Right.
Obviously, the characters in the show really aren't like maybe what the author pictured when he was writing these characters, but still something I can visualize and makes the book better. The book is better than the show, obviously, because more detail and whatnot.
Right.
It's good. It's nice to listen to.
I can't honestly tell you the last book that I actually listened to, but I want to say it was like a kid's book or like a book that we read in high school. And I guess I just wanted to re-listen to it. I wanted to say it was like either Animal Farm or like Lord of the Flies. I think it was Lord of the Flies because I don't think we did read that in school. But I do know that like in other school districts, like that's a book that people read, and I never listened to it. And I'm not kidding. I heard like the scariest part of that fucking book. Like, I want to see here. Hold on. Go on to YouTube real quick. I had to find this because, like, do you have any idea what that book's about?
What did you say it was called again?
Lord of the Flies.
I've heard of it, but I don't remember.
So, do you want me to explain it to you?
Sure.
So, Lord of the Flies is a book about gotta find that part. Okay, that's what I think it is. So Lord of the Flies is a book about these kids from England. I want to say it was in like the 1950s or 40s or sometime around that. And there's a war going on, and all of a sudden their plane crashes. So then they all wash up onto a beach, and there's like, I want to say like 15 to 20 boys from the ages of like, I want to say 10 to 12. And for the first couple of days, they're trying to sit there and figure out like what we're going to do and how we're going to get contacted. And some of these boys are sitting there thinking like, we got to figure out food in all this situation. But the whole basis of the book is trying to figure out like where in your head do you lose your shit before you realize that like you're not human anymore and you become a savage.
Okay.
Because like half the kids on that island are like losing their shit. They're like not wearing their clothes anymore. They're like going hunting pigs and shit. And like they look like just crazy ass animals, while the other people are trying to at least keep their sanity. And the whole point of that book is like, where do humans lose it when they're in situations like that? Because in the end of the book, like I want to say like some military finds them, and the kids are not the same.
Okay.
And like the military is trying to figure out like, what the hell do we do with this situation? Because like they weren't there for more than like a month. And that was just one of those things where it's just, I don't know, like you see movies out there of like people that crash on islands, and they're like, it's just, oh, it's good, we can build our own bungalow over here, we got a water system and all that, but that's not reality.
Have you seen Swiss Family Robinson?
Mm.
No? Man, you have to watch that one. It's an old one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. It's one of, I want to say it's like the 40s or something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually like really good because they do that. They build their own survival camp and stuff, but it's actually kind of cool.
But so there's a scene in the book where, if I can remember correctly, they hunt this pig down and they think there's a monster in the wilderness of this island. And according to like it like in the end, like this is what they're realizing is that like the monster's actually themselves. But in the book, they think there's something out there. So what they do is they chop the head off of this pig and put it on a spike. And they aim it towards the woods so they can hopefully scare these things. But one of the boys is having like a hallucination one night, and this pig head starts talking to him, saying that like, you gotta act right before you lose your shit. But I'll have you look this up. The audiobook that I was listening to, like every audiobook's the same, but like this one was interesting because like it actually had like background noise of birds and eagles or whatever and all that. But dude, I shit myself. I was at work when I was listening to this, and he's like, and then the boy stumbled across the Lord, and the pig called himself the Lord of the Flies. That's where the book is called of. But the audio that they use for this pig's voice scared the shit out of me. Because the way that it works is that it was like a chapter at a time. Mm-hmm. And then this little snippet, they just did like this pig's audio, and it scared the shit out of me. Because like I had it up to like where these headphones are. And just here, I'll have you listen to it. Just look up Lord of the Flies audiobook.
You want me to look up pig sound?
No, I'll tell you where. So
that's a bit.
That one right there with the one below it. Okay, just listen to a little bit of the beginning.
Okay.
So you get an idea of what the book sounds like.
Chapter 1. The Sound of the Shell. The boy with fair hair lowered himself down the last few feet of rock and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. Though he had taken off his school sweater and trailed it now from one hand, his gray shirt stuck to him, and his hair was plastered to his forehead. Okay, all around him, the long...
So, I want you to scroll down.
Let's see if I can...
See where it says Chapter 8? The conversation. It's like a 4-minute video. Go down one more. Or go up. It's in that playlist.
The 4-minute?
Yeah, go down one. Yeah, right there. Okay. So this is the pig.
You are a silly little boy, said the Lord of the Flies. Just an ignorant, silly little boy. Simon moved his swollen tongue, but said nothing. Don't you agree, said the Lord of the Flies. Aren't you just a silly little boy?
Isn't that freaky?
Simon answered him in the same silent voice. Well then, said the Lord of the Flies, you better run off and play with the others. They think you're batty. You don't want Ralph to think you're batty, do you? You like Ralph a lot, don't you? And Piggy, and Jack. Simon's head was tilted slightly up. His eyes could not break away, and the Lord of the Flies hung in space before him. What are you doing out here all alone? Aren't you afraid of me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you see, but that guy's voice, like that's how the most of the book is. And if he's playing a character, he'll act like, "Oh, it's like what are we doing over here?" But then all of a sudden, like I hear those flies buzzing, and then all of a sudden it's like, "You're a silly little boy." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" Like it like gave me chills, and I was just like, "Ugh!" Like I did not like that. I feel like audiobooks need to be like that more often because like that shit is like. That to me makes that book just even more interesting getting into it. Mm-hmm. Instead of the boy went up to a pig. You're a silly little boy. I know, right? Like like having that demonic sound to me, I'm like, this actually adds the charm to the book that it needs. But yeah.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones books aren't like that. I mean, he's just talking, but he comes up with his own voices and stuff for it and everything. So
is J.R. Hold on. Is J.R. Tolkien? Tolkien. What's his name?
Oh fuck! Why am I forgetting?
J.R.R.
That's Tolkien.
No, he stole the same shit.
What do you mean stole the same shit?
Well, I could say stole, but I mean they're both known as J.R.R. something.
Oh, wait, George R.R. Martin.
Oh, George R.R. Martin. Okay, because I do know
Kinda
that
crazy. I couldn't remember that.
the R.R. was like they're both in the same thing. Because it's weird for me to say this, but like, have you ever saw the epic rap battles of history?
Yeah.
So they had one against J.R.R. Tolkien versus George R.R. Martin.
Oh really?
And that's something that J.R. said. He goes, "You even stole my R.R." I was like, damn, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, true. Tolkien was a long time ago, right?
Yeah, he wrote
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings back at like, I want to say like the 20s. Like he wrote it like right after World War One. So I want to say it's like in the 20s or like the 30s, but still, that's an old ass book. It's almost 100 years old at this point.
I listened to that one. That was pretty good.
Uh,
It wasn't. I didn't like the reader as good as the one that's doing the Lord of the Rings, or not Lord of the Rings. Sorry, as Game of Thrones.
Do my arms look red as shit on camera?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I just looked at my arm like right here. I was like, that looks red as fuck for some reason.
My sunburn?
Yeah, it looks like I do have a sunburn.
Snowburn.
Yeah, all that sun reflecting off the snow and get you all like, ugh.
So we were gonna go shooting today, but things didn't work out. I was talking to your dad about it, and I was over the last couple of days, and we wanted to do like drills and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like maybe like start from low, one. You know, I was thinking about getting like a shot timer or something,
Oh, okay.
so you can actually like know your times and whatnot, see if you're actually getting better and what.
Mm-hmm.
But want to do like some drills like that, actually get better, not just do mag dumps all the time.
Yeah, he was telling me. He
Be
was
a little bit more efficient,
professional.
with our ammo. It's kind of bad sometimes.
Yeah, but mag dumping is the most fun part. I feel like doing drills correctly and when you do them good are fun. But like, there's nothing like having you and me and my dad and other people just unloading like a whole magazine.
It is fun, but I also want to get better at shooting.
Oh, I agree with it entirely. But I will say that mag dumping it's really fun.
I agree.
Especially like
But
that.
we do it a little too much.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like it's kind of like a finale thing. Like we shouldn't do it all the time,
Right.
but it's still like you have to do it once in a while.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when you have a bunch
We
of
also
people
need
with
to
you.
get, like tannerite sometime.
I
know we
have
can't-
tannerite.
Yeah, true, but your grandpa doesn't exactly want us to do it at his property, I don't think. Maybe not in like the normal area. We need to figure out how to get him to allow us to like make a berm more into the woods and stuff.
He's got a berm in the woods.
You'll have to show me because I do not know where that is.
Next time we go out there, I mean, it's a little bit of a walk to get out there, but I'll definitely show you
Okay, yeah, we'll have to definitely do that.
because that's where we would do like all the long distance stuff without getting near like the house or a barn or any of that kind of situation. But yeah, he has a berm. I mean, he might have taken it down, honestly. I'd have to go look before, but I know where a berm is, and I know that's where my dad would like test drive. He would do like more long distance shots and do like the heavier hitter shit instead of like completely going through that particle. That sounded good. Completely going through like that particle board, which, you know, now that I think about it, I do think that other part of the particle board is somewhere, but my dad said that he could not find it.
Yeah, it's either hidden or your grandpa used it for something or whatever. It is what it is.
How much does particle board go for?
OBS, a sheet like that's probably $30 maybe.
Oh, that's not bad then.
It's
then
gone down.
And we get cut for free too, so that's helpful.
True. Yeah, I'd rather not have to cut it. Might as well just do it while we're there.
The only thing that does suck though is that we don't have a vehicle of transportation for it.
Yep,
So-
we don't got a truck.
I guess my dad needs to step up because he's the one that keeps saying, we need to replace the particle board. All right, let's go get it.
Right? Like, come on now.
I know. Yeah, we were going to go out to, well, Dad recommended about going out to Ann Arbor, but
Yeah, I didn't want to drive all the way out there.
yeah, especially like the drive over here. I mean, it wasn't bad because the roads weren't covered in snow, but like the wind alone, like I don't know where we were going.
I've not been outside today.
It's a little windy.
Yeah.
According to you, it's not.
Well, when we went to the Shell station, it wasn't as windy, and then
this is what I like. No wind.
and then as soon as we get here, it just
So it's been pretty on and off.
yeah.
Some gusts.
Well, I will say that over by the mire, that over by us, like for a bit, like you couldn't see like more than 20 feet in front of you.
Really?
Like it was like the snow coming down and the wind. I'm just like you can't see anything. And then once we got off of 127 and got 294, it kind of cleared up more. It wasn't as cleared up, but like you could still see it better. So yeah, I don't know how long, but what I was trying to explain to Carly is that like I like it when there's a bunch of snow and then like it doesn't snow, there's no wind, there's snow everywhere that's not on the roads. I like that shit. I like it when it's kind of cold out and there's just no wind. It's very rare, but like wind kills winter for me. But like if there's no wind, I honestly don't mind the cold that much. Just put on a nice comfy sweatshirt and go for a walk if you want.
Or stay indoors like I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how I am.
Well,
Indoor cat.
true, but I've gotten you outside doing stuff before.
Well, I mean, I can go outside. I'm not
Do you
scared
prefer-
of the sun.
You are scared of the sun.
I definitely not.
He wasn't. Well, you can't say that because like back then,
Yeah, I used to work outdoors.
yeah, you used to work outdoors.
I was a dark motherfucker.
Do you still have that photo of you when you were like damn near you got dark that summer when you were like
Yeah, you have to remind me. I do somewhere.
mm-hmm. Have you ever seen it?
I don't know.
Dude got dark. Let's just
I'm trying
say
to think when I met you for the first time. Was it
B-dubs.
B-dubs?
yeah, it was the night that I threw up.
Yes. Wait, you gotta tell the story now.
Yeah,
Do you not
tell
know
us-
that story?
I can't remember it.
Okay,
There's been too many
Wait,
throw-up
how
stories.
long were we together?
not long. I feel like 6 months, maybe a year. I'm not entirely sure.
Not a year.
So long story short, I guess you can explain from your end too, because I don't really know.
I just said I don't remember.
Well,
this.
let me explain.
Yeah, maybe it'll.
So after
back to
high
me.
school, Justin and I didn't really talk that much. Like there were times that like we would do shit, and there would be like parties that like Rob's that we would go to once in a while. But like after high school and up to that point of beat ups, like we barely saw each other.
Yeah, we kind of just went and we kind of did our own thing for a
Mhm.
while.
But we're back now
Mainly-
doing
I think
podcasts.
mainly because of me. Because of I was with someone else at the time, and yeah, I wasn't really doing much. So
I didn't like her that much.
I don't either. Okay, all right. Let's go with the story. Come
She's
on.
gross. Anyway,
Let's go with the story.
anyway, so one night, I feel like you hit me up, or I did, and we had a conversation about going out to dinner or something. Because like you had a new girly thing, I had a newer girly thing. They're both still our girly things.
Indeed.
So
Lucky us.
it was what'd you say?
Lucky us.
I know. Yeah. Love you, Carly.
Hit some with the mic.
Just
Wonder
Here,
how that would sound.
here, go
Do
ahead.
it.
what?
Just slap me real quick.
Good slap.
Let me just.
Up. How'd that sound?
Not terrible.
Okay. So anyway, one of us hit each other up and got about going out to beat ups one night, and we met up, and I remember we sat in like the main dining room over by like the bathrooms. I think we actually did sit like right by the bathrooms.
Yeah, and didn't we see
Mm-hmm.
my ex?
Yeah, she was there that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, her ex, his ex.
Thanks.
You're right, because I feel like she had a kid with her, didn't she?
Yeah, she has good. It's not mine though, so don't worry.
Debatable.
It's not.
But anyway, so that night, I drank like two tall beers, and I had like a bunch of wings. I felt like I got like 15 or 20 wings,
I believe it.
and I ate like the whole fucking thing. And then I got the bright idea of let's go get milkshakes afterwards. So then remember going to that place, and then we got milkshakes, and I can't remember why we did what we did next, but we did. So we ate the milkshake. I feel like we got the milkshakes and then went to that basketball court across the way to eat them
In our cars.
in our cars.
I don't
Are you
know.
sure Bree and Cody or not? Cody was with us when we went to the basketball court
Not
after going to beat
this
ups.
I don't
time.
think so.
I didn't
Not the
know
first
Cody
time,
for
but
a
I know there
while.
was a time that we did that.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember.
No,
I
the
wasn't
girls weren't there.
there.
It was
Yeah.
just the guys.
Oh.
I think it was the same day that Cody like drank the blazing sauce.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that night.
All right, continue with the story though.
But I feel like we did get the milkshakes and we went across the street to that basketball park to eat them because for some reason, I don't know why we were there, but we were in the Burger King parking lot. And
I don't know why we would go there.
I think you wanted to play, and then you were like, "Never mind, I'm not feeling good."
well, there was
Yeah,
something like that. Do you remember that I left and I like had to go to the bathroom? Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I have to go pee real quick. And for some reason, the fucking like Burger King wasn't open. I think this was around 2020. It had to have been because like it was not open.
Oh,
Like
it was for sure.
so, like the doors weren't opening for shit. We could not get in. And like I told you guys that I really had to pee, but in reality, I'm like, I think I'm gonna fucking throw up. And I couldn't do it, so I got back to the car and I remember like, all right, I think we're gonna get out of here. And I was just like pretending to get shit around, and you said bye, and that's when you were driving your expedition. And I remember you left, and I waited till you got out of the parking lot. I opened my door and I fucking barfed everywhere in that parking lot, and it was so gross because it was that mild buffalo color of that orangey, and it was also green too because of the ice cream.
Oh man, that's gross.
It was. I felt so much better after that, though.
It
Like,
was
damn, I
so
guess we could have
funny.
played.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I feel great now. We could have played. Hey, but
Well, I was just sitting there. Like, what
it's
are you
kind
doing?
of. Yeah, the
Just
whole.
open
What's
the
he
door.
roaring
No,
out the car for?
The
I'm
whole
pretty sure you were like,
barking.
hold on, open the door. And you threw up.
I did. I was like, hold on, just one sec.
Dan's over
And
there
I-
throwing up in my basement.
And I'm not kidding. Like I threw up over that entire parking lot. It was way much more vomit than I think I could have.
Dramatic.
The
Do you imagine just covering the whole parking lot? Oh my
well,
God.
like I covered at least 2 spots of a parking, like the parking spots, like it went a ways, and that was the time that Gingy was still working at Burger King. So I remember texting him like, "Sorry, but if you're wondering what the big vomit pile over by the basketball court is, sorry."
That was me.
But yeah, and then after that, I remember I went to Speedway and I got a water, and I just kept swishing my mouth out just to make sure that like I didn't taste it.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
then
that
you
would have
said no.
tasted pretty bad,
Yeah, spicy buffalo and ice cream does not really mix that well.
especially if it's green. Was that mint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was green and it was orange.
Maybe if it was just the ice cream coming up, you're like, ooh, minty fresh.
With a slight taste of vomit, but you
A
know,
little acidic.
you know what's the worst time? Do you have any funny throw up stories? Because I have another one now that I think about it.
I don't think I have any funny ones.
I'm gonna tell one funny one, just real quick. I remember I don't know if I even told you this. I remember being a kid. I want to say I was in like 1st, 2nd grade.
I remember being a kid too.
I'm so bad at saying that.
It's okay.
I was the kid one time.
Story.
Story time. So I remember I was like 1st and 2nd grade, and I remember that day I woke up and I just did not feel good. I don't know what it was, and at the time, like my mom would like get up early, go to work, and I would pretty much get myself around and then walk to school because at the time I only lived 2 blocks away from the school, so I walked there from I don't know 3rd to 5th grade I think is when I did that. So I remember I just did not feel good one day. And like the whole day, I didn't talk to any of my friends. I didn't really eat much lunch. And what I did eat, though, was chili. And so,
That's a great idea when you're not feeling good.
well, it was like chili or soup is like one of those things I feel like you'd like if you didn't feel good.
I feel like soup makes sense. Chili doesn't.
I don't know. Maybe that's just all they had at school that day. I can't remember why I had chili, but I remember having a red liquid. And the only thing that makes sense is chili. So I remember I walked home, and my old house at the time, like there was this back porch, and I walked up and walked into it, and there was a bathroom directly to my right. I go in there, take all my shit off, and then I kind of just sit there and went, and I threw up in that entire fucking bathroom. I'm not kidding. I looked like a fucking sprinkler. Like I start here where the shower was, and I was like, "Bleh," everywhere. And mind you, that bathroom was white. Like obviously the toilet's white, the sink's white, the wallpaper was white, the shower curtain was white, everything in that damn room was white until I went in there and made the whole scene look like a fucking murder.
Like from It 2. Remember when maybe it was the first one where the whole bathroom just turns red with all the blood.
Mhm.
Like that.
Yeah, but with beans.
Beans.
And I remember I just felt so bad. and like I washed my mouth out, and I remember shutting the door.
Clean it, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you make your mom clean it?
Yeah. I didn't even tell you the worst part about it.
Mom, I flew up.
I close the door and I go into the living room and I sit down and wait for my mom to get home, which I felt like was like a half hour, an hour later. And she gets home and goes, "What the fuck happened?"
Oh my god.
And I was like, I didn't feel good. So I didn't feel good. And I made my poor mom clean up that entire fucking bathroom.
Such a piece of shit.
I just remembered her distinctly going, "You couldn't aim for the fucking toilet or something?"
Couldn't keep it in one spot.
How old were you?
I was under the age of 10.
And you couldn't
Okay, you
clean
get
it
a little
at
bit
all?
of an excuse.
No.
I
Don't.
was thinking he was like 15
No.
in this story. I
You
don't know.
can't say under 10.
I was like I said, like first, second grade. Like I was
Oh, did
young
you say
when it
that? Oh,
happened.
okay. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a pass on that.
I was young. Let's just say that, like,
I would have cleaned it up at that age.
so like you know how old my sister Brielle is, right? Like she wasn't even around yet. Like I was young, and she came around when I was 8. So I was like 7, 8. Like I was young when that happened. I'd have to call my mom. She probably doesn't even remember it, but yeah, I distinctly remember just acting like a freaking like sprinkler and just like like everywhere. And I just remember it being
What's
red.
that sound?
And I lost my shit because at first I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I throwing up red?
I'm dying internally.
That's what I thought. So I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down for a fucking minute and see if I'm gonna die or not. But I didn't. Yeah. Do you have any funny throw up stories?
I guess it would be my first, not my first throw up, obviously, but my first like drinking throw up.
Oh,
I've probably shared this story with you before. It was in my first apartment, so before I was dating her, but I think I was still single at the time.
can I just say one word?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it that buzzball thing?
No.
No, it wasn't.
So you remember my roommate Nick,
I do.
the Asian?
Asian Nick.
Oh,
He works
I
at
think he's
Target.
Korean, but
He's,
whatever.
that's still Asian, but he works at Target now. I
Sometimes
think.
they identify as different. I don't know.
You ever talk to him?
I mean, he's American. Yeah, I do.
Mm.
But so we had a little party over there, and this was before I turned 21, I think. So
Oh, so
just kidding, I was 21.
yeah,
We were all 21 at that party. And so earlier on in the day, we had Chinese buffet. Yep.
I have an idea.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we planned on partying. And then I had 6 shots of Jose Cuervo,
Oh my god.
and I'm not talking like throughout the night. I lined him up and I knocked him down.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
And then Nick and I shared a 5th of Ciroc, and we finished that bottle.
What flavor?
I want to say it was green apple.
Gross.
Is what we got.
Oh, gross.
That's what we were able to get.
Yeah, because you know when you're 21, it's so hard to get certain types of alcohol. But anyway,
Totally didn't have someone else pick it up at the store for us.
no. I don't.
Not for legal reasons. We just couldn't go or something.
Yeah,
But
my foot hurt that day.
last time I remember is I went into the bathroom.
hmm
I threw up and I woke up in the bathroom the next morning.
Did you smell like it?
I made it into the toilet.
Okay, that's good.
You
At
know,
least.
I'm
Okay.
a comparable human being.
I actually have another funny throw up story now that it just sprung upon me.
Go ahead.
Anyway, Carly, do you hold on before I say it? Carly, do you have any funny throw up stories? You're making me think you do.
There's the one with you, but
Oh yeah, here.
no, I don't want to.
That's
you
okay.
Can tell it.
Yeah, I don't remember it as well. Go ahead.
It's,
Was she doing
I
that?
was the one drinking.
Oh, I was-
Yeah, she was.
You can tell it.
Oh, here.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead and tell it.
It was your fault. That's all I'm gonna say.
She claims that to this day that this is my fault, which is partially true, but in the same sense, I feel like you could have said something. But anyway,
I didn't know.
so at the time, Carly and I were both not feeling the best, I guess you could say. So we had another person go pick us up alcohol. Same situation like you. And so let's just say that I had a bunch of alcohol, and this was at a
Fireball.
We're not allowed to have Fireball
Fireball.
when Bree's involved.
probably the same situation that I'm going to tell you. So anyway, I remember making like mixed drinks or something with Fireball, and I remember like you liked them, like you liked Fireball because
You're
it did.
wrong.
You liked Fireball.
That's supposed to be your other girlfriend.
Of course it is, but that's why I'm
Woman.
telling you to tell the story.
It was not a mixed drink. It was straight out of the bottle.
Taylen. Woman.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Your
remember
other
the story. You can hold it for me.
it. Yeah, I'll hold it. That's up to you.
Basically, you kept telling me to drink more, and so I did.
Wow, what were you trying to get?
You know
Yeah,
exactly
I
what I was trying to do.
I don't want to go into detail.
We don't have to go into
I don't know.
don't worry.
Anyway, I started throwing up, and it
How'd that
hurt.
work out for you, bud?
Oh, it was violent too.
Was it? I don't really remember.
This was
I
at a
just
time where
felt like I was dying.
you were still living at your mom's house, and I remember that like this is what happened for like 3 hours. She would lay on my couch, pass out, wake up, throw up, say I'm sorry, and then go back to sleep. And she would do that for like 3 hours. Like I put the trash can right there at that point. And I remember you just felt so bad. And
thought
the
I was
best part
dying.
is that so like I said, we didn't feel good, so we had to have other people get this stuff for us. So the best part is her mom was expecting her coming home that night. And so we were trying to figure out a way of saying why she wasn't feeling the best. So Carly came up with an idea of saying, or not an idea, but apparently when you were younger, you said that you got sick off of like Olive Garden dressing, correct?
True.
So what did we tell your mom when you got home and you didn't look good at all?
Well, we did have Olive Garden. That is true. So
We did?
We did.
Oh, so that actually worked out plenty. And
yeah,
that,
I'm sure she couldn't smell any alcohol on your breath or anything.
apparently not at all.
She
Like
literally still doesn't know. To
Oh,
this day.
okay.
Dawn.
If
Now
you're
you do.
listening to this.
Oh, my dad knows all my drunk stories.
Yeah.
The one that I'm going to tell you next, I think he does know it. But yeah, I remember like you got home and like I told you like the whole time, like just pretend you're sick, like just feel like you're going to throw up at any moment.
I ran upstairs.
And she ran upstairs and I explained to her mom that like, oh yeah, she probably didn't feel the best and she probably needs to lay down and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, your mom never found out. And the best part is the next day was her graduation from high school. So
I was just about to say, like, you probably weren't 21.
It was like 95 degrees outside. And I was outside setting up and on the verge of throwing up.
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
so that's why Carly hates Fireball.
Yeah, I guess I can't blame her on that one.
No,
I didn't know. I hadn't really.
she never drank before.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I did, just not that much.
Yeah.
So there was a New Year's when I was still living at my uncle's,
Mm-hmm.
and Danielle and Bree came over, and we were, because I think my uncle was out for the weekend or something, and so we had a bunch of different drinks. I mean, this is before I understood the issue of
Effects.
mixing of different kind of drinks, like different alcohols, different beers.
Mhm.
So I didn't realize that. Well, it turns out I passed out on the couch, threw up on the couch. So they had to clean up the couch, like throw the pillow into the washer and stuff. And they had to get a shower ready for me. So I took a shower and they put me into bed.
And you don't remember any of this?
No, I remember it. But
Oh, okay.
this was before like Danielle was able to stay the night or anything. So she was also like, she felt bad because she wasn't able to like really take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
She just had to hope I didn't die. Obviously I didn't because I'm still here.
True.
Fortunately. So
Maybe that's why you look all white. Justin's a ghost.
that's also the
It's
video
also the
light,
lighting.
so.
But anyway, I don't know if I ever told you this story. Did I ever tell you about the time when I went up to Central Michigan and partied with Zach on his birthday?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I think I've told you this story, right?
Like 100 times.
Yeah.
That's how he tells all stories.
Yeah.
Well, according to you, you don't remember it, so you might wait halfway
I probably
through.
do know it.
You do. So I remember one of our buddies, Zach, it was his birthday, and at the time he was attending Central Michigan.
We'll have to have him on here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially because of what he does for a living. I feel like that he's got some stories.
Yeah, and he would love being on it too. So
Oh, for sure. He's more of a publicity guy that I feel like he's like, oh, yeah, I got to get in front of the camera.
maybe he'll be able to help out with our video. It's like, here,
It's not
do
like
this and it'll look better.
It's not like he does that for a living, but you
Right.
know. But anyway, so it was his birthday, and I remember that night a bunch of us went out for Ichiban, which is a Japanese place, And I remember we ate there, and the goal was that I was going to go head up to Central after that. So I remember eating that, got in my car, and started heading up to Mount Pleasant. When I got there, the whole idea was that I was going to Zach's place where he lived with all of his roommates and just party for the night. And when I get there, this place is fucking popping off. Like
It's like a legit college
it's
party.
a legit college party. It was the first and only college party I went to. And I mean, I've done stuff at colleges before, but like this was like the college party that I went to. And when I get there, it was like fucking party central. Like there were strobe lights everywhere. There was like a disco ball, like those disco balls with all the lights and all that. And obviously there's so much alcohol everywhere. And there's guys, girls, everything. And I get there and Zach comes up to me and goes, "Hey, like, my happy birthday, man. What's up? Blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "Yeah, I gotta go to bed." I'm like,
what a dick.
I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "I got a band thing tomorrow that I got to get up at 5 a.m. for. So I'm going to bed." And then he leaves. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, just out of the blue, he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to bed." And I was like, okay. So I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" So he introduces me to all of his roommates, which every single one of them was cool. Except one of them. One of them did freak me the hell out. He kind of reminded me like a preschool shooter-esque type. Let's just say that
School shooter in
Preschool
training.
or before?
like I'm gonna have to talk to Zach about this so if he can like confirm it, but I'm pretty sure he told me that like this guy had like a very bad masturbating problem and he would do it with the door open. And he lived like on the bottom door, like by the kitchen apparently, so like everybody saw it. Yeah, so I'd have to ask him if that's still true, but that's just what I remember. He was still cool, but I avoided him. And I remember like all these like football players and basketball players and all these girls like cheerleaders and all these people are just coming in, and every single one of them had alcohol, and I just remember drinking so much. And I remember this big guy came up to me. He goes, "Do you like bourbon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love bourbon." And I like drank like half a bottle of bourbon here, and then I drank Fireball here, and I did this and this, and I didn't remember it. That was like the only time in my life like I drink to the point where like I feel good, and then I tend to quit. And then there's been like a handful of times where like I feel like I'm like, okay, like what's up? But that night was like scary because like I remember like I would be in like the living room and I would be playing beer pong and I'd just think to myself, I gotta pee. And I'd blink and I open my eyes and I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how did I even get in here?
Teleporting.
Like I was like losing my shit. And like I remember I felt so scared that like I sat down to pee because I'm like, the last thing I want to be at fault for is pissing everywhere in this guy's bathroom. And so I did that. And then all of a sudden I just had that like feeling in the back of my throat, like something's not right. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go outside, get some fresh air. And at the time it was like this time of year, like it was cold. I don't know. Well, no, it would have had to have been September because that's his birthday, I think. So
it was still probably chilly out.
It was chilly out. I just remember it being colder. And I remember going out to that parking lot, and he lived in like an apartment complex type of thing. I think it was on Central's property, but I couldn't remember. But he lived on that with a bunch of people. And I just remember going on to that middle of that parking lot. I fucking threw up everywhere. Like everywhere.
You're pretty consistent with this throwing up everywhere.
I
But
know.
Apparently it's consistent with parking lots too.
bro just likes to share.
And I just remember it was a lot. And like Carly always thinks that I'm weird when I say this, but like after I throw up, like I feel 10 times better.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Like not with you with the whole Fireball situation.
Never. It doesn't matter the reason.
Yeah. To me, like I just felt like I had so much in my system and I got it all out. It's like when you have like
Time to get back to the party.
that's exactly what I did. And like this was at the night where I just remember I had leftover Ichiban because like all of a sudden I was really hungry again. I don't know why, but so I had this Ichiban, and I remember like the first thing I did is like I got there, put it in their fridge, and then I partied. And I remember going back into their place, and I remember getting told that I remember all their roommates kicking all these people out. And I remember them saying like, Zach said that he's got a buddy from his old high school that said he's spending the night. Like, who is it? And I said, hey. And I remember like 4 or 5 dudes like turning around and looking at me, and I'm sitting there eating Japanese food, and they're all like, where the fuck did you get that? I'm like, I just found it in the fridge, and I just continued eating it. I was fucking with them. They're like, who got Japanese before that? And I was fucking with them because they saw the like package that Ichiban on it. So like, oh, he had to have brought that. And dude, they were so freaking nice.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, well, let's get you situated. So like in their living room, they had like a fucking like pull out couch, and this thing was like a king size couch. It seemed like a king size bed couch, and he like pulled it out, got all the blankets, all the pillows, and they're like, yeah, this remote controls TV, this remote controls all the Netflix and all this stuff. Like this is a website that we watch all illegal movies and shit on. Like if you need anything, like drinks and all that are in there. And then they all went to bed, and mind you, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I was like, all right. And I remember falling asleep. And I remember waking up around 5 when Zach was doing all of his getting ready for his stupid band thing. He was like, how was your night? Oh, that's great.
How the fuck did you sleep?
Exactly. My biggest question of all, because it got pretty fucking loud. I have no idea how he slept that night. And yeah, I remember getting up early, and then I put all that shit away, got in my car, and went back home.
Yeah, sounds like a fun time.
It was. I wish I would have remembered it a little bit more, but
Yeah, well, that's... What was that?
I was gonna clap, but I was like, I need the soundboard.
oh, you want to do the soundboard thing for the
No, it's
audience?
Okay.
Do you even know what button it is?
No.
Wrong one.
That's no.
There we go. Yay. Can you hear?
I can't hear it
Yeah.
at all.
Which one was it? Yellow?
Yeah, it was yellow.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Remember the first party that we had in my apartment? I think you were there. Ben was there. Bo Cox was there. I don't think Newhouse was there.
Rob was there.
Yeah, Rob was there.
I remember that.
Rob and Ben stayed pretty damn late.
I remember one distinct thing about that party, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you remember the time where, like, we were all drinking, and for some reason, I know what you think, or you know what I'm about to say. Yeah, all of a sudden we started talking about guns, and then Rob's like, I got a good idea, and he went and got like his guns, and I just remember he's like, and I'm just like, Carly was losing her shit. She's like, I do not feel comfortable around this guy. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he keeps trying to like do all this shit. You're like, oh, it's empty. I'm like, I was just like,
Rob's a creature.
he's a creature.
Let's see if he'll ever come on here.
I remember at your Halloween party that you had last year when we were dressing up, when he dressed up like a big fucking ape, and then he brought like
He was a gorilla.
and he brought like a dirt bike, and he was like revving.
Yeah, he had 2 mini bikes.
That's right.
I don't know what he looks like. I don't remember.
That's probably for
That's
the
the only
best.
2 times I've seen him. Anyway.
I don't really talk to Rob that
Don't
much,
matter.
so yeah.
He and I have a streak. I don't remember what it's at right now.
What's your highest streak?
I think it's with you. 300.
That's it.
You lost it so
Yeah.
many times.
My shortest streak is with Rob at 315.
299.
Oh,
I actually have one that's 921.
with Carly.
Mine with Danielle.
With who?
Kennedy? You don't even. I don't even hang out with her.
My longest is with Danielle, obviously. 1,626. And then
Okay.
Riley's is 767.
When did we lose ours?
I don't care.
So many times.
I don't care.
This is one of those things that, like,
Oh, you didn't have Snapchat.
No.
That's why.
I just remember, like, I don't give 2 shits
I don't really
about
care.
streaks. Bullshit. Apparently, you almost have
only
1,000
have
with a
3
person that you
streaks.
don't even talk to
I
anymore.
have 3.
Yeah.
Streaks.
But you still did it with a person for over 3 years at this point, and you don't even talk to them anymore. So, like, to me, like, I just don't understand streak. Like, I remember when people would add me on Snapchat from, like, high school, and, like, the first thing I'd get from them is streaks, question mark. I'm like, no.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, you don't
Actually,
even...
I haven't done my streaks today, so they're going to be like, what the fuck? Yeah, you could.
No, I can't see. I was just like,
Oh,
I was trying to clean my glasses.
I'll send it to you. We've had like, we'll get a 3-day streak and then it'll end multiple times.
Mhm.
I do that a lot.
Anyway.
Anyway. What were we? The first party?
Yeah, the first party at the apartment.
Mhm.
Because I think we went bowling. I don't remember if we did anything else. Did we go to B-dubs or something?
Probably.
That was a good time. That was kind of what got it all started up again.
Mm-hmm.
All hung out. Bob and Rob. Bob
Bob and Tom. No.
Ben and Rob stayed really late. I remember.
I'm pretty sure Ben spent the night, and I remember he was like, that
Yeah,
recliner.
well, but his spend the night is like till 3 o'clock, and then he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his spend the night.
Mm-hmm.
And he does it all the time. If he spends the night, usually it'll be sleeping in his truck
True.
or in a chair. I couldn't do that. It's not for me. I got a bed. That's why I like parties to be here.
Yeah, I've never really been that person that's like, yeah, I plan on getting so fucked up that I'm gonna spend the night at like my friend's house. Like, now I got a bed at home. I'm gonna go home, go to sleep in that. And if something happens, I don't feel as bad.
Although it is kind of fun, like being like, "Hey, we can just like get fucked up, and I'm just gonna crash on the couch."
Like, all right.
It's kind of fun doing that too, though.
Yeah, that can be fun, but just you gotta control yourself nowadays because like we're getting like I don't know about
Like
you.
Riley. Remember when he threw up? I think you were
wasn't
the one.
here that time.
Yeah, I think Taylen's the one that discovered him or saw him do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was,
And he
but
splattered on the the window in the kitchen that goes to the breezeway.
that's right. Because I remember him going, and he like was trying to run to the trash can that was full.
Yeah, what's new with that?
You're right. And then Zach threw up in your carpet, didn't he?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. And
And
he
he
was
was
like
doing-
this fucking close from the door, and he just.
Yeah, that was a bad night.
That was such.
We're still learning.
Do you remember when you had to drag his ass? Like, I don't know where you put him, but I remember you or Ben, like, physically picking his hands up and, like, moving his ass somewhere. I think you guys, like, he was by the kitchen and you picked him up and put him by the door just in case if he was going to throw up.
Probably. I don't remember.
Well, when you weigh, like, 100 pounds, it's not that hard.
I do remember him like sleeping on the floor next to the door though. So that was
And then I
fun.
felt like we played, like, Cards Against Humanity when he was, like, passed out. Then he woke
Well,
up.
yeah. Then you and Danielle really got to talking about on the yearbooks.
Oh, that's right.
I hate that so much.
Well, you're a Napoleon loser
Every
anyway,
time
so.
you guys would hang out, you talk about your yearbooks.
We love talking about shit about people we went to school with because we're probably like, oh,
All the people we didn't like.
I
yeah.
get
It is kind of
I
fun.
would too.
The drama queens.
Like, there's so many girls, and like, I'm not kidding. Like, I don't know about people that like our 10 subscribers, that half of which, actually all of which, that know us. But like, I don't know how it was back when you guys were in high school, but there is so many girls we went to school with that are pregnant now, like that were
Or
pregnant in high
had
school or had a
kids,
kid since,
Or having more kids.
like, crazy amount.
I want to see what our numbers are on that last episode.
Probably like 4.
I always put 2 N's.
Unindicated podcast.
We're at 10 subscribers. Holy shit.
10
It's really
subscribers.
taking its time. Yeah.
32 views.
Wow.
Wow.
That's our
Push the
most
button.
views.
Hold on. Yeah. Here, I want to hear
Clip.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was curious on that. 32 views. I think
That's our
the
most viewed video.
Yeah.
Well, how much is The House is on Fire?
28.
Wow.
So
We
yeah,
have 32 views on that. That actually impresses me.
You need to do a thumbnail.
I'm gonna click on it.
We need to start doing thumbnails.
Welcome to Unmedicated Podcast.
Let me pause because it's
fucking
fucking
recording already.
Yeah, he means
I don't know why it's-
uneducated. Guess
Oh yeah,
going so slow. It's being slow. Maybe the internet's going out. No comments.
But 32 views.
1 like.
Yes.
Was it you?
No.
Oh, I don't. It wasn't me. I haven't listened to that one yet.
It was good.
I'll be excited to see what this one sounds like.
Oh yeah, for
'Cause we actually got like the mics up to our mouths and shit.
Mm-hmm. It actually sounds pretty damn good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we starting to start doing thumbnails. Like we should
I
just take
agree.
like a picture
Or
of.
make an intro and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll have to show you some stuff afterwards. Like there's some intros from that Shane Dawson podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how much he pays this woman to do it, but I'm pretty sure that when we watched it was like $20. Like she came up with some pretty damn good like intros to shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, man. Like I wouldn't mind paying somebody $20 to make a hell of an intro for us. Like, it's our content anyway. We paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
think
doing like
instead of trying to come up with our own shit.
I mean, it's easier when you have like viewers and stuff, and they can be like, "Oh, this part was really fucking funny" or something. Like that. I think of the Bears. What's that one called again? Fuck, I haven't listened to it in forever.
2.5 beards or 2 beards, 1 cave.
Yeah, their intro is fucking sick, and it's just a bunch of clips.
Well, eventually we could do that too.
Actually, no, it's a song. I don't remember.
We could do clips like from our best moments, and then like start doing that. Because I know that like Outdoor Boys, like that's how he ends his videos.
You love that channel, don't you?
Dude, I watch it every day. Every day. That's how he ends his videos, though. They're just like all the stuff that he's done.
I am paying $50 a month on Adobe, so it has all their applications. And I think there's an animation one as well.
So hopefully,
mind you, I don't know how to use any of that stuff.
Maybe by the next podcast, we can definitely try to figure out what the hell's going on with that, and maybe we can actually get an intro. I think, an intro is like probably one of our biggest things, and after, like, we should also start like doing reels. Like, we should set up stuff today and do it, because like I have snippets from our old
I'll have to look at
podcast
this later because I can't fucking see it from this far.
I have snippets from our old podcast that I could put up, and like I screen recorded like some of our funniest parts from like our previous podcast, and I just feel like that'd be an easy way of actually getting into it. But yeah, let's be honest, like people love short form content, and so yeah, I feel
you love your TikToks.
Look at you. You send them more to me than I do to you.
That doesn't mean I'm on it more than you. I just send all the ones that I think are funny to you, which are pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting tired of TikTok because of all the fucking. It seems like you got
the ads,
paid. What is it called? Commit could be eligible for a commission, and then you got 2 lives, and then you got an actual ad, and then you got another commission, and then you get one that's funny, and then you have one that's like no views.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it could be funny, obviously, but.
Right. I always tend to look at how many likes a video has, and I just base it on that. Like, if I see 0, I'm instantly scrolling.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Mm-hmm. But my favorite things lately. Do you know who Queso is?
Yeah.
Have you seen all the stuff that when people make fun of him?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah.
my
like the
God.
different rapper names.
No, it's not.
Bless you.
How'd that sound?
Don't throw up everywhere. It literally went everywhere.
Not kidding. I was like a fucking sprinkler. But yeah, all the stuff. Yeah. Did I ever show you those Queso memes of the guys that were making fun of that fat guy? Like Meek Mill, and then it was spelled like MEAL.
Meek Mill.
I don't care about TikTok.
I know, but like you've seen the ones where that guy with the red beard and people keep making fun of him because he's fat.
There was one where it was, guys, stop making fun of Queso. He has enough on his plate already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
My favorite one that I saw so far is when like this one guy's like, "You look like a 1x1 Lego piece."
Oh, and then someone drew it.
No, someone literally made like a 3D model of it and sent it to him, and it looks exactly like what you think it is. Yeah,
That's sick.
We'd have to find that, but it is so funny. Some of them, like, he thinks it's like hilarious
We could listen
sometimes.
to a couple.
I just think they're so funny. Meek Mill.
I don't know why it's going so slow.
If I were you, I would maybe try to find like do that one with the 1x1.
Sorry, you're not.
Breaking news. Paycheck to paycheck, scraping for dimes, Twitch streamer Queso has...
Dude, it gets worse every single time. They just add to it every single time. Like it can't just be paycheck to... Now it's scraping for dimes. Buddy, what?
Breaking news. Paycheck to paycheck, scraping for dimes, Twitch streamer Queso has
You
just
made
broken
me
out of...
spill my... Please! No! Yo! My chair broke! Yo! No! You're just so bad! It's alright. It's not even funny!
It's going so slow. I don't know why it's going so slow. My computer is never this slow.
Is there any?
You ever watch him, Tim the Tatman?
It sounds familiar.
He was kind of like Queso before Queso.
Mm. Oh, I do know him because he's got that dent in his head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There was one with Nick Merckx, one of the guys that he would play games with, where he's like, he took his headphones off, and he's got like the same one as me, and he like turned his head, and like there was an actual fucking dent. He's like, holy shit, I got a dent in my fucking head. I don't see any shorts.
Here, go back to the top. There should be a button that says
shorts.
Yeah. You could probably just do the top one.
We won't watch too many because, I mean, first off, I don't know what it's
Oh, Brittany fried pickle spears.
Yo, I'm about to cut the stream off, bro. Bro.
That one was fun.
Bro. Oh my god. Who just called me Wendy's Williams? Wendy's Williams. I'm vulnerable. And this dude's over here calling me Katy Berry. Kevin Pop-Tart. ASAP Pocky. Flapjack Harlow.
Brittany fried pickle spears.
Yo, I'm about to cut the stream off, bro. Bro.
Here, back out of this.
Bro. Oh my.
The one where it was like, go back up. You gotta hit the shorts again. Oh, the one where he's like, "You look like a 1x1 Lego piece." Oh wait, go up. Do the roar. Do the roar.
Earl with the $5. You look like Butter Pants from Shrek. This is the Do the War kid. You're banned. Get out.
Oh man. Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Oh, Brittany fried pickle spears. That one was pretty good. Kevin Pop-Tart. But anyway, yeah.
Those ones are my favorite, where they come up with the names.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious.
He did one. I can't remember. You should look up the 1x1 Lego piece and see if there's like a short of him unboxing it.
It's going slow. See if there's a.
There it is.
Is it this one?
That's him making it.
My computer is never this slow.
Bro looks like the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Kind of does.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, good stream. Good stream. Bro looks like the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Do that top one.
This one?
Yeah.
What do you mean bro's built like a 1x1 Lego piece? What even is a 1x1 Lego piece? Yep, you're banned. Have a good night.
Yep, you're banned.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Uh,
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
You're banned.
Yeah. So is there any final things you want to talk about? I realize that we're getting close on our time.
Yeah, we decided that we're gonna start cutting it a little bit shorter just because we were having some freezing issues that I'm too stupid to know how to fix. So
I feel like if we just keep it
Probably-
just under a half hour, I think we should be good.
hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because that's the issue we had. That's when it,
That's when it
froze on
decides
us
to
last time.
kill itself. But yep.
I just realized like we started talking about going shooting and then we
completely forgot to say it. So yeah.
Yeah, let's be really quick topic. Last year was my first year doing 3-gun competition.
Yep.
And it was a lot of fun, but I definitely want to do better. I got DQ'd on one match because the shotgun it was my fault too, obviously, but the shotgun I was using had a malfunction and like it wasn't racking the shells through it all the way. So I kept having issues with it the shells getting stuck in the chamber and whatnot. Or not the ejection port.
Yep.
And then, I thought it was out. I looked and I didn't see a round in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to take out the fucking mag and the bolt came up.
Wow.
And guess there was a round in there. And it shot off. Luckily no one got hurt, no one got hit. It wasn't in the
direction.
It wasn't in the direction of anyone, but it wasn't in the direction of the target, so I got DQ'd for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also a game that I didn't, or not a game, but a competition that I wasn't able to go to. So I had 2 days of no score. So I finished right behind you. And to be fair, you missed one as well, but you didn't get DQ'd on one. So, but yeah, I want to get better this year.
Oh yeah,
I want to do some practicing. I know we talked about the mag dumps, but
yeah, we definitely need to actually like try and shoot.
Yeah, your dad printed off that certificate for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? 2.5 years after I took the class, I think.
Yeah, we can. Well, I'll go pick it up one day.
It's no rush. We'll figure it out. But yeah.
So what's your main goal? Like if there's 3 goals that you have for this year, what would you say?
I'm trying to think what place we actually placed in that. Were we in the 20s? Do you remember?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Is there anything like any goals for you on these competitions?
Go faster.
Run for
I don't know if you guys know this, but I apparently, according to a lot of people, is like the slowest person in the world. So there's definitely an element of speed that I do not have, and I will completely admit it. There's been plenty of photo and video evidence of me walking when I should be running. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that like there's 2 main goals to when you do these competitions. You have to be accurate and you have to be fast. And apparently I completely look at the whole accuracy thing as like the main goal and the only goal that I focus on. But then I still missed. So, I feel like it is better because like there is certain situations where, you have to have like 2 rounds in one target. And if you get 1, you can move on. But instead of sitting there trying to like focus and trying to see if I can actually get 2, it'd probably be better if I just fucking sped run through it and got that in time instead of, because like your time is what kills you. And all your misses add 10 seconds or 15 seconds to your time. So like what's worse? Like sitting there spending 2 minutes on one target or just hauling ass through it, doing in 20, 30 seconds and then adding that up. I mean, it's one of those things where like you should try to be accurate, but like you should be fast too. I mean, there's people out there that are way older than me that do phenomenal.
Who's the guy do you know the person that placed first? I don't know if your dad placed first overall.
Dad placed second.
Second. Do you know who placed first?
I think it was the nurse.
Do you think so?
Either that or Hank, which would kill my dad. But yeah, I think Hank and his brother finished like top 5.
Yeah, I'm not surprised on your dad. He's a tryhard.
Oh yeah, my dad's a tryhard at most things.
True. Oh, and I mean, it's going to help that I have a better shotgun to use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your shotgun's good. Like, it'd be good for if you're just doing clays or something.
Mm-hmm.
But doing anything speed related,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely going to help with the semi-auto mag-fed shotgun.
And now Justin's going to say what he says every time he brings up my shotgun.
Nah, I'm not going to bring that up.
Still needs to clean it. It's been, what, a year now?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, for me, my main goal is to go faster. My second goal is to not overthink shit. Obviously, like, having a strategy before you actually go in and do it is helpful, but I shouldn't focus my entire time trying to figure out what's the best way. Just execute a plan and just fucking stick with it. Watch all the people that do good and try to copy them if you can.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the
Rankings.
Yeah.
Just look up Mark Huddleston.
Yeah, I did. Was August the last one we did?
Yeah, because the last two, something was going on with his parents or some family member of his, so we couldn't do the last couple.
Yeah, man, that's kind of crazy.
And the third goal is to not be dead last in our friend group, because there's you, there's me, there's my dad, there's our friend Gary, and then there's Gene.
Damn, I was behind Gary too. So you were 20th place and I was 23rd.
Okay. Where's my dad? Second, right?
If it would fucking work. Jesus. Yeah. No, he got first overall.
Did he really?
Yeah, and by kind of a lot of points too.
Huh.
So his total points was 2,130, and Terry Jewell, I guess I shouldn't say the full names, but it doesn't matter.
Nobody knows who
Got 1,928. That's actually a pretty big gap.
Wow.
But yeah, we want to do better.
So out of all of our friends, so like the main people that shoot is you, me, Gary, my dad, Gene, and you could throw Mike in there too. So who out of all of us was the worst? And I already have my bets.
Probably Gene.
And it's nothing against Gene. Gene's one of the best
He's
guys
just-
out there,
he's
but
older. And...
he's older.
Wait, what's Mike's last name?
S.
S.
Try not to say name. Like
Oh yeah,
names.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think he's last.
Well, he didn't show up to half of them anyway, so.
He didn't. He showed up to one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that makes sense.
So Gene.
But I mean, if we go like, I'm not trying to pick on him. If we compare our scores, because I missed one. So first match, your total points 244. Mine was 365.
Is that
The more points, the better.
okay?
So then the next one, you had 256. You're consistent. Mine was 0. I think that's what I DQ'd on. And then both of ours were 0 on the next one because we missed. And the fourth one, so July, you had 122 points and I had 128. I think everyone's scores were lower on that one.
Was that the day that we got hit with a hell of a storm?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly
So
what
we
it
all
was.
left early. I remember that was a horrible rainstorm.
And that we were actually decently similar on the last one. You had 196 points. I had 228.
Okay.
But you're pretty consistent.
Yep. So my goal is to actually try. There is some people.
Weather's, weather and different, stages and stuff. Like they all
So
count.
what would you say is your strong suit when it comes to the 3 guns? Mine, I definitely feel like I'm like the best at shotgun.
Pistol. Shotgun was my worst, but I didn't really get a chance to compete with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're both mediocre when it comes to rifle. I feel like we're good, but like I said, I'm better with shotgun.
I was shooting iron sights for the most part
Mm-hmm.
with the AR though.
Mhm.
Now I got the red dot plus the magnifier.
I was doing iron sights too.
Were you?
Yeah, I didn't put that red dot on that Ruger for a long time.
I didn't get to compete with the red dot.
I just had the O-rings on.
Well, actually, I mean, my pistol has the red dot.
Yeah.
So I competed with that the whole time, which is really nice, except for the one time that I forgot to change the brightness.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like about my red dot is There's some that like automatically adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Get those ones. Then you don't forget.
Right.
Because mine does not automatically adjust the brightness.
So what would you say is your best style of stage? Because like for me, like I feel like the shotgun stages and like mixed, like anything that has to do with shotgun, I feel like I'm completely fine on. But like solo pistol competitions are my worst. Just because like I'm cheap. I don't have a red dot. I do have a red dot for a pistol that I do own now, but for the whole time of competition, I did not have a red dot.
To be fair, if you would, instead of having multiple different guns, you put the money into one gun, you'd be able to build up that gun, have a red dot on that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get like a light or something on there, a magwell, whatever it is you want to get. Pistol obviously is less you can do for it, but
nah.
More guns,
more fun.
I'm more of the opposite. Like it would be cool to get like some different types of guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really want a 300 blackout SBR. That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, but
those are expensive.
Very pricey.
It'd be cool to get I know this is kind of it's only a 22, but it's a lot cheaper this way.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a 22 MP5, that would be fucking cool. Just something to plink with. I'm not gonna fucking defend my house with it.
You could.
I'm gonna pull out my AR.
Thousands of bee stings.
A 22 is more than a bee sting.
No, 22 would kill you.
Bitch. Yeah, if you get shot in the fucking head,
mm-hmm.
good shots in the chest or something.
You put 4 or 5 shots in the chest, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm just saying, it's not gonna be the first gun I grab.
I would, because then they would think it's a more. Then they think it's
pulling out the shotgun.
Yeah, fair enough.
You can go with a fast little trigger finger there. Mm-hmm. We don't have automatic.
Oh, that's actually something we can round out with, because I definitely want to see what you do in this situation. But go ahead.
So you can do that with the MP5. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the same exact thing with 12 gauge.
Just one round.
You only need one, but double tap.
So to round off this podcast, because I know we're coming up close to our 1.5 mark.
Yep.
Let's say that I'm breaking in your front door.
I'd rather you do that.
Well, I am, because I'm burglar.
That's the only issue with this being down here.
See, and that was my thing, is that like if I were to break in, even if I were to break in through your garage, is there any way? Do you have your pistol by you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Especially now that I'm gonna have the certificate, so I'll actually take it in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep it on me when I'm not home too.
Right.
Look forward to that. It's been too long.
So I feel like I'm a little funny, because I do know that I have a pistol in my room. So if someone to break into my apartment, like the front door is locked and the room, our bedroom door is locked too. And I feel like if I were to hit it, like I would definitely have time to go get it. But in the same sense, if I'm in a rush and if someone's breaking in, I do have a machete by my bed.
You definitely do not want to get in. This is technically hand-to-hand combat. You don't want to get close to them.
I don't want to get close, but if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going fisticuffs, I got a machete.
I guess you could be like, Carly, take the gun. I'm going up close.
That's pretty much like the whole idea.
Your backup.
Like if I hear something, like obviously, like I told her, like I'm going to go guns a-blazing, but like I want her to have the ability to protect herself too if something happens to me.
Right. I have a question for Carly. So your dad loves to shoot guns. He's got some. That's okay.
Okay,
just a quick question. Your dad loves to shoot guns. He's got some pretty cool guns. I love his AK. The thing is fucking sick with his custom handguard and stuff. How much have you shot?
Not very much.
I thought you were about to say never. I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
When I was younger, I did a lot more. I would go to the range with him and stuff, but I just don't really have any interest in it now.
That's okay. It's not for everyone, obviously, but yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Because I know you've never gone with us.
No. I mean, I was good as a kid, but I don't know now. It's been a long time. I have a picture of me when I was like 4, holding a gun.
It's good to go once in a while, at least, just to, kind of review, get yourself back to it in case you ever have to.
Yeah, I should know how to work them.
I told her that, like, she's ready to go.
Why are you holding it
Well, according. Oh no, we are still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording.
Well, yeah, because at some point I don't know when we just went, but
Yeah, it is getting really close to an hour and a half.
okay. All I'll say
I
is
started
that
a little bit later on there, so
all I'll say is that for Carly's sake, she'll be fine. Because I just told her if something's gonna happen, just pull the trigger. It's ready to go.
I feel like I would freeze. I
You
feel
wouldn't
like I
until
would-
somebody's coming at
I
you.
wouldn't be able to pull the trigger.
I would.
I mean, you don't really have to hit them. It just matters how much of a psycho they are. If they're not scared and they just keep coming at you, even if you're pulling the trigger and not hitting them, then it fucking sucks
I
for
mean,
you. But
in the same
if they're
sense,
the kind of dude like, holy shit, she shot, she missed, I'm gone, I'm leaving.
right.
My second chance of life.
I mean, even in the same sense, if you were to be like, I got a gun, and they're like, bullshit, and then you go, and they're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
While
it's
I'm out
okay
there,
to put a bullet in a wall,
Mhm.
as long as it's not like
while I'm out there with a fucking
shoot
machete.
down toward the floor. Oh shit, my brother lives on there.
Oops.
That'd be funny.
Not a great idea.
No. But yeah. So I think this was a pretty good podcast, actually.
I agree.
All right. Well, any final words, Carly?
Nope.
As
That's
usual.
A final word.
As usual. Well, thank you everybody for coming to another episode of Uneducated Guesses.
Good job.
I know.
Podcast.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.